I always have a track map on my second monitor because I'm pathetic at remembering corner names.
There you go. Right, I'm gonna start the stream now. Well, not now, but when we go into the thing, I'm gonna be yes, and then get this ball rolling.
Aye.
Or we're not.
Well, countdown is underway.
Got any invites?
You won't need them. I was able to join straight off of Marco's name.
Just literally just click on Marco or someone, join session progress.
Yep. Yeah, it worked fine.
Okie dokie. I'm not going to press ready, so. Right, I'm going to mute us and then we'll begin.
Okie dokie.
Hello everybody and welcome to a very special broadcast we've got for you tonight on Apex Online Racing. It is a preview for Season 13. We are here at, I've just said, the glorious Silverstone Circuit, the home of British Motorsport, for this very special race that we've got lined up, and it is as preparation for Season 13 for PC Split 1. I am Ryan Littlemore, or otherwise known as Ryan L83, former AOR PC Split 1 driver, and joining me, alongside me for Season 13, you guys know him very well from the Twitch side of things, it is King-Kodiak. Kodiak, it's great to see you again.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. It is an honour and a pleasure to be alongside the god amongst men that is Ryan L83.
So yeah, we're here tonight. We've got a few people, some new faces and some regulars to the AOR leagues, of course. And the league actually starts in, I think it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now. So all these guys are getting their preparations in for that Season 13 being launched in Australia in a few weeks' time as well. You can follow us on Twitter at Apex Online Racing with the hashtag Silverstone Pre-Test, and we'll be going through questions as well, so you want to tweet it to myself or to Kodiak, you're more than happy to. My social media links will be in the description, of course, and I'll get one of the mods to post Kodiak's as well if anyone's got any questions regarding the leagues. If you want to join up as well, we'll put links in the chat as well for you guys if you want to take part on there. So the drivers are doing their full qualifying. If you're new to these streams, we have I think it's 18 minutes of qualifying and then a 50% race afterwards. And we've got some familiar faces here, Kodiak, so we want to take through some of the drivers.
Marco FD has assumed his beloved Ferrari as he did in PC Split 1 in Season 12. AP Legend, we have seen him in the F1 season in the Season 12 before, I believe. Split 3, I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure that is right. He is in the Mercedes. We're going very, very wide on his first flying lap at Abbey. Desmond0313, he's in a Sauber at present. He's just started the flying lap on the soft tyres. Eli is a new name to this to F1 2016 for AOR. He is in the Force India, just starting his flying lap. Slick in a McLaren, hopefully having better fortunes than the real life team at present. Rigorous Tiger, again another new name we see at the moment. He is just beginning his flying lap, I believe, also in McLaren. H Pro 1 from Split 2 from last season in the Toro Rosso. Mad Dog, another new name. He is currently in the Force India, heading down the Hangar Straight and on the way to begin, I believe, his flying lap. He's on the medium tyre. Interesting. Kalon, not in his beloved manner as he was for Split 1, as myself and Ryan are in those. He's in the Renault, just starting his flying lap. Lambrix in the Red Bull, another new name to AOR. Nice to see lots of new names, fresh faces and racing aces alike. Stefan Wild is a returning driver. He's in the Mercedes, just beginning his flying lap. And Izzy is also another name I recognise from previous outings. He's currently in a Williams. He's just come down through Cops, I believe. Larkso, he's also a returning driver. He's in the Red Bull at the moment. Currently listed as first because no one set a time yet. He's on the medium tyres. Interesting seeing people going out on the medium tyre, which is the hardest one available. Oh no, it's the middle one, isn't it? We've got hard tyres, I believe, here for this session. I think.
Can say that we've got the soft, the medium, and the orange striped hard tyre here. So the guys in qualifying at the minute. I just want to say as well, I have my mic muted, so the intro is kind of a bit of a crap one. So I do apologise to people in the chat that may be wondering where's Ryan and all this. So that's my bad on my front there. But I'm currently watching Mad Dog. He's going to be a newcomer to the leagues. I know him personally from my race with the sub streams that I do, and he's doing pretty well at the minute. 28.7 first sector on the medium tyres, which is not too bad. And you said a lot of the guys are on the medium tyre, which is very surprising actually. But from experience around here, tyre wear is a massive factor. The softs really don't last long around here, maybe about 5 or 6 laps if you really push it. But Mad Dog at the minute, he's coming towards the final couple of corners then to end his first lap, and he's done a 28.7 first sector, a 39.3, sorry, in the middle.
That would be impressive.
That would be impressive. He's going to come across the line now. It's going to be a 1:33.6, which puts him provisionally in P6, so not bad that for Mad Dog. I think the delta between the softs and the mediums is about a second, 1.1 seconds at max. So we'll maybe see some range of times at the minute. But I'm going to keep an eye on Zafzo here, otherwise known as Zaffron. He's one of my subscribers, so he is definitely one to watch out for. He's a very quick driver, so it could be a definite contender here to fight with the likes of Marco tonight. So he's in the Ferrari, so he loves his Ferrari, I've got to say, as many people do as well. So in the chat from what I'm reading at the minute, so got some. I'm very excited to see some of these drivers. I've not raced with most of them, but obviously Marco is going to be the favourite going into this race. We know he's a very quick driver. And I'm not sure if he's going to sign up for AOR for Season 13. It's not been confirmed yet from his end, so we'll have to wait and see on there. But we're going to talk about next season, obviously. You know, and everyone else may know that I'm not in it anymore, which is a shame, but I'm taking up this role. But it should be quite interesting to see how this works. So all feedback, guys, is appreciated in the chat and in the comments afterwards, because we want to make this probably the best we can. Kodiak did a fantastic job over on the Twitch side of things. We want to move it over to YouTube and try and get this, what's the word I'm looking for here, Kodiak? Exposure. Maximum
amount of exposure, yes, indeed. Another couple of names I want to mention. Kalon is a name that I hadn't mentioned, I don't believe, when I was going through them just now. He was previously pole. Marco has stolen the pole time with a 1:37.31. Larkso currently second, less than the 10th behind. Kalon. Oh no, I did mention Kalon. What am I on about? He was previously in pole. Nick Mido is another name I wanted to mention. He is now out on a time lap. He's in a Renault and currently doing what he can, but he, I believe, is on the soft tyre as well. So we're getting interesting.
I want to say as well, sorry to cut you off, Stefan has just popped in with a 31.4, which only 6 tenths off, which is not a bad time there. But looking at the times at the minute, Marco dominating the sectors. He's not the fastest though in the first sector, but he is purple in sectors 2 and 3, and he's on the medium tyre as well. So that is an impressive lap. And so is the guy in P2 at the minute as well. I can't pronounce that, I'll probably get it wrong.
That is Larkso.
Larkso, only 7/100ths behind. So that's a pretty good time there on the medium tyres. And then the best of the rest really is Kalon on the soft tyre there.
Safso's just popped up into 8th position on the soft tyre, 1:32.226. So he has his name on the board. Now, interestingly, Marco and Larkso taking first and second spot on the medium tyres as well.
To see, I think, strategy-wise going into this race, I think most of the guys will be trying to qualify on the medium tyre. So that will be, I think, if my maths is correct, around 2 stops, I think, for this race. But if the guys are going to be on the softs, probably will do the 2 stops as well, but probably want to go on 2 hard stints. But we don't know. We have got the safety car on as well for this race, as we're going to be testing it out. We've had some patches and stuff like that, so we want to see if it is going to be nice to us. So we'll wait and see how that pans out for these guys tonight. And if it does work, it may come back for season 13, it may not, we don't know yet. So that's why we're testing it out for you guys tonight and give feedback to the AOR moderators and stuff who look after that side of that thing. So I'm currently watching Stefan as he's starting his second lap, I believe it is. All the drivers as well, you may notice, are driving as normal drivers and not their own career mode drivers or custom drivers because of the issue with FPS as well. So the drivers have been informed to drive as like Lewis Hamilton, for example, which you can see with Stefan's car. He's about to end the first sector and it's a 27.9, so he's matched his first sector time from his fastest lap, so not a bad start for him. On there, it's about 2 tenths off Marco, I think, in the first sector. Obviously Marco on the mediums, Stefan's on the softs, so it could work out, you don't know. The safety car thing may cause a bit of, it could be, well, what's the word I'm trying to think here? Issues with some of these drivers, especially on maybe the soft tyres maybe, but we'll have to wait and see as they go along. So Stefan coming through Maggins and Beckett's, then really brilliant corners this is in Formula 1. But in my opinion, the best sequence of corners in Formula 1. You've got likes of Eau Rouge.
Oh, he's just gone off that. That's going to throw that time away. He's
backed off there. He's
yeah.
backed off. But he is the second quickest in the speed traps though, 207 miles an hour, so that's not bad for him. So we've got to go to Desmond, who is about to start his lap off. I thought a 2 minute 44 is not the best of laps. On there, but he's done 206 miles an hour, so he's the 5th quickest in the speed trap, so that's quite a surprise really. But I don't know if he is actually on a flying lap, because the game's telling me he's on a flying lap, but it's not telling me the times at the minute, so I don't know if that is a glitch. But
that was fairly common during commentary last season, that it would say flying lap but not give you an indication until the first sector has complete. Now Era has just joined us, and that was the one driver we were waiting for before the session got underway, so hopefully he can actually get on track. I'm not 100% sure how that works if someone joins post qualifying, whether they can actually join a car or not. I always joined a spectator, but I'm not 100% certain on that one.
I think he can get in the race. I'm pretty sure he will. He won't be taking part in qualifying, but I think in the race he'll start at the back.
He'll be at the back. Oh, and Desmond's run wide. That's going to bin that lap just before Maggins Beckett. He ran wide at Copse, and that has been that lap, unfortunately.
Just want to say Slick has just moved up to P6 on the medium tyres, a very good lap, and he is the quickest in the speed traps there, 211 miles an hour. That is pretty impressive for the McLaren driver, and he's driving as Fernando Alonso, of course, who had a dismal race today in the Chinese Grand Prix, so I am deeply sorry for any McLaren fans, but it is what it is. Tiger on his outlap on the medium tyres again, so he's going to be hoping to improve, also in the McLaren.
H-Pro 1 has retired. He's 11th, so he feels he cannot improve. That's interesting.
Could be tactics, could be tactical.
True.
Most drivers will retire, save some sets of tyres maybe for the race, maybe go for the aggressive strategy, maybe the weather as well. We're not mentioning about the weather, so let's have a quick look for the guys in the chat so they will know. It is bone dry, so perfect conditions, but it is going to be clear weather, so track temperature will be affected, and maybe the tyre wear could be affected as well, so we could see some drivers going maybe aggressive or maybe playing the conservative strategy. We'll have to wait and find out at the minute. So we're going to go on IZI at the minute in the Williams, driving as Valtteri Bottas. He's on a flying lap, then he comes down the Wellington Straight to end the first sector. He's done a 39.6, so not the quickest, but he's done a 28.5, so it's not a bad time actually. Pretty decent as he's going through the old final corner onto the old pit straight. And you've got to get a good exit out of this corner. He's got to get it absolutely spot on, which takes the perfect line as he comes up to the old turn 1 of Copse. Yeah, completely used to be flat, but I think these guys will lift off a little bit and shift down the gear as he takes it very beautifully and cleanly as well. Some drivers will go a bit wide and not get their laps invalidated, so we'll be keeping an eye on that during this race. He goes through Maggins and Beckett very beautifully. So I think he's got a very stable setup on that Williams as he comes on to the hanger straight to end the middle sector. It's a 107.6, a 39.1 in the middle sector, and he's gone to third quickest in the speed traps as well, so not too bad as he comes into Stowe. And he always got a bit too tight there with steering lock there, so he's got to lose a little bit of time out of that corner as he comes into the final couple of corners with 5 minutes to go on the clock. We'll go through the standings very quickly for you as we'll wait for Izadai to cross the line to complete his lap. It's going to be a 1:32.9, which puts him still, I think, in P12.
He got a little bit squirrely on the edge of the club there. He gave it a bit too much beans a little bit too early on. Also, he was a bit wide on the exit of Beckett's, which compromises entry into Chapel. So that would have lost him a bit of time, or what would appear so from a spectator's camera. Now, sometimes the spectator's camera is a little bit deceptive as to how the line of the driver has actually been taken. That may sound like a bit of an odd statement, but very regularly from the outboard shot, it looks like the drivers can actually be sliding through corners, whereas in actual fact they're taking them in a perfectly normal way. But from our perspective, it looks like they're actually rally drifting around them, and it looks like Izzy's actually having some lag problems. He's ghosted at the moment. I've just seen him jump backwards on a couple of occasions, and Eli has retired from the session.
Just want to say, Marco is back on track, and he's about to start a lap on the soft tyre. So I think he just wants to prove his dominance and show these guys, I am the man. I am a split one driver, and if he does come back, challenge for the title. I hope he does, because I think he deserves a championship. He's been a bit unlucky in season 12, so I hope he does well when he comes back. But it's up to him, and we'll have to wait and find out. He's going to be starting his first lap then on the soft tyre. I expect this to be maybe in the 30s, maybe 29, low 30s, high 29s, possibly. We know Marco's very quick from obviously you streaming and me racing against him. He's a very, very quick driver, and but I think he's going to probably get pole here, but we could be in for a surprise, I don't know. But if you've got any questions, guys, feel free to fire them away about AOR. Me and Kodiak will answer them as well, just we'll get some interaction with you guys. He's done a 27.6 first sector, which I think...
That's 2 tenths up from his first split last time around, so he is on a charge here.
I think he's got a corner cut though, because it's not coming up purple in the first sector, so I think it's invalidated this lap. I'm pretty sure. It could be the game, I don't know, but if it isn't, then he will be purple in the first sector. But he took a beautiful line though through Cops, I have to say, as he's got to fly through here, as he's going to come onto the hangar straight once again. As my computer's going a bit weird, but it's all good, so no panic there.
37.6.
That's very quick.
Again, 3 tenths up on his last time around, so he's already half a second up.
He's half a second up, so this could be a low 30. If this is a clean lap, I'm not too
and he's
sure
in.
if it is, but I think that confirmed he did. I think he cut. I think maybe turn 1. I'm hearing, so we'll have to wait and find out about that. But we're going to focus on who we've got. Then we've got Kalon out on softs. Who else? We've got Slick also on the softs. Lots of guys are jumping onto the soft tyres, surprisingly. So maybe they've thought, nah, it's not worth the mediums. We'll try and go on the soft tyres and get up track position as well. Obviously, the safety car is enabled, so could happen. Never know on there. But we'll say the AOR, I think, will start. I think 2 weeks tonight. I'm guessing. I'm not too sure actually.
I think the driver announcements are due to be made next Sunday, so then it will be the week after. So yeah, it will be 2 weeks today that round 1 will commence.
Yep, 2 weeks tonight, lads, will be the first ever broadcast of the Apex Online Racing Split 1 on this channel, and it will be there for every round this season, and it should be very exciting. It's something new for me, and I know Kodiak's done this for quite a while now, so it's quite exciting for him. Be commentating alongside me.
Absolutely.
What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing another social race, but for this one I'll be leading the commentary, and then we'll have Kodiak commentating on it in the next social race, and then in the first round we'll have our decision on there. So we're watching Tiger then, who I feel could be a dark horse in this race. He is very good on race pace from experience racing him, very good on his tyres, and I think he's had a moment there because he just
ghosted slightly, yeah.
McLaren off as well. I've just noticed his teammates, so I think he's just retired. But we've got 30 seconds to go in the session as we watch Tiger go through Cops there, and he just runs a little bit wide on the curb there, but he gets away with it. No invalidated lap, but he's done a 27.8 first sector, which I believe is going to pull him, matching the actual leaders actually of Lamprey. I've just noticed Lamprey's got pole, by the way, with a 30.5 on the soft tyre.
Nice!
That's not bad, with 37.7 middle sector, so we're going to have to keep an eye I think on Taiki. He's on 37.9, so he's only about temps off at the minute. I think Marco retired as well. The guys in the chat have just informed me, so we'll keep an eye on Tiger then, as the session is now complete.
So we're going to be booted from our cars now, so we'll be returning to the standard outboard camera. There we go. Actually gave me Larkso.
Yep, I've got Larkso as well, as he's coming into the final couple of corners then. Is this going to be an improvement for him? I think he was up in the first sector. We're about to find out though, as he's in 4th place at the minute.
Oh, there's a pole! Very nice.
There from Laxo in the Red Bull. Pole position for him here in Silverstone. Good lap there. I've got to say fair play to him. Got Kalon on his lap. He's only, it's very close actually, 8 temps off the pole time. So it looks close actually up at the front.
Can't tell what Larso's pole that was as we've now come out to here, and I don't know how to get the lap times up, I'm afraid. But so yes, Kalon has. So what's he just done? He's just done Hanger Straight, so he's come through Stowe. If I've read this correctly, so
very conservative, I've got to say. I think he's playing it safe here, not taking it aggressively. Obviously, we've got strict corner cutting rules on. He's had a little bit of moment there out of the final corner, and he's going to come across line. It's going to be an improvement. It is indeed. He moves up to P5, only 4 temps off pole, so not a bad lap there from Kalon, and I believe that completes the field in qualifying there, and in a short moment's time we will actually we've got
Stefan Wild. Yeah, Stefan Wild on as he threw that into club and hoped to stick, and there we go. So Stefan Wild was indeed that pushed him up to 6th position. The highest medium runner was and remained to be Marco. He looked like he had half a second on that run he was doing, so he could have challenged for that pole time. So there you go, Larkso taking the pole position. So Red Bull 1-2 with Lambre, is that how you pronounce?
Yep, Lambrex.
Lambrex, or Lambre, yep. Into Wriggles Tiger 3, Marco 4, Kalon 5, Stefan Wild 6, Nick Mido 7, Slick 8, Desmond 9, and AP Legends 10. Alright, at this point we jump out of the session just so we do not become part of the parade lap.
Have done. So if you guys don't know what's happening right now, as Kodiak just mentioned, if we stayed in and we retired at the start, we would be actually part of the game, so it could cause some issues, so we have to back out, and then once Kodiak gives us the call, we go back in the session and we'll come into spectator cam. But I'll clear that one up as well on there, so as long as you tell me when to ready to get into the session. We have got our invites ready, of course, so once Kodiak gives us the call,
you can jump back into this actual lobby, it's just you can't don't join spectator just yet.
Oh, so I can just join now then.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right,
So
session is now in progress, so we should now be able to join straight into spectator.
Do you want me to press spectate now?
Yes.
Here we go then.
So this should now
on there. So very interesting, surprising qualifying session, I've got to say. I know Lambrex is pretty quick, as the guys are now on their formation lap right now. So Laxo will lead the field then, and as I said, as you said, Kodiak, what a Red Bull lockout on the front row, but you've got to keep an eye on Marco. Obviously, he's on those medium tyres in this strategy, so I think these guys up front need to pull away very quickly, build a gap, get in the pit stop, hope not be in traffic, and hope Marco has issues during this race as well. So I think we've got 17 drivers, racing in this tonight, which is great, really, considering we only set this up 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah.
A good job for more of them, but make sure as well, guys, to if you like what you see, like the video. The more likes we get, we'll really appreciate it. Give us some feedback as well. This is our first time doing this, so there will be some issues, but I think everything's been alright apart from my mic using, so on there as well.
Marco's going to have to look behind him because Kalon is on those soft tyres. He's going to be pretty good on his starts, generally speaking. Marco, of course, has got the slight disadvantage of the harder compound, so he's going to have to look behind him as well as in front to see defend from Kalon. So just looking through the grid at the moment, Nick Mido, Slick 7 and 8. Slick also on those medium tyres. He has Desmond straight behind him on the soft tyres, so again he's going to have to defend pretty well. AP Legends in the Mercedes.
I just wanted to quickly go through the field who are outside the top 10, who have free allocation of tyres to start on. Zaffron is on the medium tyre, Mad Dog on the soft tyre. We've got Hick Pro on mediums, IZI on the softs. Eli, the only man I believe on the hard tyres, which is quite a surprising strategy call. It could work for him, you know, later on. These hards can go quite long in the race, so he may even try and do a one stop. It can be done, if he preserves his tyres very well. So we'll have to wait and see, as we've got Laxo and Lambrex lining themselves up on the grid then. All the drivers are in that position right now, in that focus zone right now. They've got to focus about turn 1. We have seen incidents previously here at turn 1 at Abbey. That should be quite good to see here. But Kodiak, who's your money on?
Or I would say Marco has got to be a bit of a favourite looking at his form from Split 1, but there's a lot of drivers I don't know. So it could be interesting. Actually, my camera's jumped to my cars. Okay, 3, 4, 5, wind them up and let them go!
Here we go then, racing away here at Silverstone, and we're going to try and get to the front of the field quickly, but my game's not doing that for me, as I'm trying to get to it at the front, so apologies, we all know this, but Laxo gets a good start off the line, and Lambrex as well. It's been clean at the start though, which is fantastic for all the drivers. They've all survived, but Laxo under pressure. I'm thinking McLaren just went wide at the arena section. I'm not completely sure. Renault's lost it. I'm not too sure who that was.
Nick Mido is side by side along with Stefan Wild. Nick Mido maintaining that 7th position. Stefan up to 6th then. Looks like the top 4 remaining broadly unchanged. The 2 Red Bulls keeping the hold on their positions. Rigorous Tiger in the McLaren 3, Marco 4, Kalon 5. So those positions unchanged. Stefan, as mentioned, is 6th, Nick Mido 7. Desmond in the Sauber in 8th position. Still got Izzy for company. Now that is Slick. That is down to 10th position. But he again on those harder tyres. Not surprising, we're seeing a move by Nick Mido on the inside of the Mercedes of Stefan Wild, but he's had to get out of it. Then he's going to lose him potential position against the Sauber. All the Williams right behind him. Oh, he just manages to defend those positions into Maggers and Beckett's.
Good battle, this is what to see, but I want to keep an eye on Marco at the minute. He's right on the back of Rigorous Tiger. He was very close to a pass at Cops before we switched there, but look at the cars behind. What you've mentioned there about Desmond and all that, but Marco's gone down the inside on Tiger, and I think this has been a little bit of wheel banging there, but I think it's completely fine. But Marco, I think, is under pressure from the Renault behind as well, so we're going to follow.
Inside manoeuvre from Kalon. Oh, impact!
Marco's been spun round. I don't know if that was a racing incident or not. I'm not 100% sure. But the 2 have made contact, and Marco has got it all to do now.
He's done it.
He's got pace, and we've got a pass actually. I think the Renault he was going to try and make a move there.
That was Marco's now down in 11th position, just coming past the other Ferrari of. I've actually forgotten who's in the other Ferrari. I think it was one of your subscribers that's in the Saffron. That was it. Who's actually losing a couple of positions there in that battle right around. Right around there.
Right at the arena section, and he's going to go side by side actually with Era, and he's got it done. Era is up to 13th place, but Zaffron is on those medium tyres, so it'll take a few laps to warm up, and then they will get on to normal optimal temperature as the softs will burn off. But Laxo at the minute is pulling away from his teammate Lambrex, and the gap at the minute is around just under a second actually. So Lambrex has got to get a move on. There's a battle going on actually. Tiger and I think it's Kalon side by side through Cops. Very clean from the pair of them, and Tiger's just held on. Actually, no, he's back.
No, he lags. Yeah, he did. I just cut to that, just as you were mentioning it. Rigorous Tiger actually lagged behind Kalon. Kalon was actually in the intro sequence I used to use for my F1 2016 Season 12 commentary. Actually had a clip of Kalon in the manor alongside eventual champion Tyranno Tigger through Cops and side by side just before Maggots. That Maggers Beckett's complex. So Kalon's used to being side by side with people in that particular area of Silverstone.
Yeah, we're on board with Slick then, as he's in P7 at the minute on those medium tyres. As Laxo sets the fastest lap of 33.7 which is a pretty good race pace, I've got to say, for those guys on the soft tyres. But Slick, I believe, is the lead driver on the medium tyres. I'm not 100% sure. If you could clarify for me, Kodak, that'd be fantastic. On there, and we've got M1 Nick, as he's well known, in the Renault. In P6, he's under pressure actually from I think it's who is it then? Is it AP? I'm not sure.
AP is in 8th. Yeah, Slick is indeed the lead driver on the medium tyres in 7th position, with AP 8th also on the mediums. H Pro 1 and
potentially on the Wellington straight. Sorry to interrupt you there. We've got Marco going down the inside of a Toro Rosso, and he gets that done very late on the brakes and moves up to P9. He's only 9 seconds off the lead though, I must say, for Marco. So that spin has hinted him a little bit, but I still believe he has the pace to catch up on there. And before we had to start, I was going to say also Marco has a chance of winning this one. That's my choice of winning this one. But if you guys have got a favourite, please let us know in the comments. We'll give you some shout outs during the stream at some point. So we want to get you guys involved with this. But H-Pro under pressure from the Sauber of Desmond in 11th place, but I forgot to mention the DRS has been enabled, so all these drivers, if they are under a second from the car ahead, they will get DRS and try and get a pass, as Desmond will have that DRS on, I think it was H-Pro, and it's going to be pretty close actually going into Stowe. He's going to try and go for it, he's going for a late move and gets it done. Moves up to 10th place. Great move there from Desmond.
H-Pro bailed out of that when he saw the Sauber coming and realised he couldn't defend it, even though H-Pro also had DRS from Marco's Ferrari. H-Pro, being an experienced racer, decided to let that one go to the Sauber rather than risk an impact. Oh, Marco's looking like he's shaping up for, that's AP Legends, I think he's putting the pressure on, but the Mercedes keeping the Ferrari behind him as they begin another lap then, just coming through, that's Villiers, isn't it, as they come through the loop and then through Aintree.
Slick's gone down the inside, I think the Renault lost it there, just past the Wellington straight. Nick lost it, and Slick moves up to P6, but we've got Mercedes actually going down the inside of Nick. I think it's AP.
That's AP Legends, yeah.
Gone wide.
Oh, and that's Nick Mido. Oh my goodness me, tried a defensive move. That was dangerous, and that's Impact, yeah. That was fairly inevitable. That gap was only ever going to disappear, and Nick Mido has come off the worst of it.
Marco's right on the back of these two drivers up ahead, and could he go for a move, or would he back out of it? That's the question. All these three drivers in this battle for P6, I believe, are all on the mediums. So, very tasty, this battle going on right now, with Slick leading the train, but I just want to follow the leaders and see when they're going to pit. So I think they should be pitting very shortly. So Laxo still leads this British Grand Prix here. Lambrex is still with him. I think it's about 2 seconds the gap at the minute. So we'll see who is going to blink first. And Laxo's actually run wide out of just before the top corner. And there's me. That's the wrong direction.
Yeah, you will be ghosted in your manner. And that's side-by-side Marco against AP Legends then. I think it's got to go on me. He's gone way too deep into Vale. That's going to give the advantage back to the Mercedes. Actually trying to get my camera sorted out here. And that indeed gave 7th position back to AP Legends. Lovely side-by-side battle all the way down the hangar straight through Stowe and into Vale. And that is advantage Mercedes at the moment.
Just want to bring the battle up for P3 at the minute. We've got 3 drivers in the running here. We've got Tiger, who's led this battle since basically the first lap, and we've got Kalon and Stefan all in this one, and Kalon's got DRS on Tiger. This should be an easy pass. DRS is quite overpowered on this game, and he's going to go down the inside, gets up to P3, a slight lock-up on the front right. He runs wide, and Tiger's going to go side by side, going into the old final corner, and he just runs a little bit wide though, so Kalon will hold on the position for P3, and Tiger drops to P4, but he's got Stefan behind in that Mercedes, who could be one to watch out for. I think he's being cautious, Stefan, on his tyres. He's not really being aggressive through the corners, which can help with tyre wear, so maybe he's going to try and go maybe a lap or two longer than the cars in front. We'll have to wait and see, but we'll go back to the front then. Laxo still leading this one, and I think the gap's around about 2.6 seconds, so it has stayed the same for the last 2 laps, so I think these two are just going to preserve at the minute, just chill at the minute. No need to run. I think Laxo's in a very good position. He is a very quick driver, and he's actually coming to the pit lane. He's the first man to stop then. I think he nearly got a speeding penalty. I'm not 100% sure, but that was very, very close there, so we're going to watch him come in. The question is, what tyre is he going to go on? Will he go on the mediums, or will he go on the hards? We're about to find out as the Red Bull mechanics are out. We've got someone else coming in as well. A Mercedes driver's coming in as well, but we're going to find out he's going to the hard tyres, so that's a very interesting call from the Red Bull team. We'll go back.
McLaren of Rigorous Tigers coming in as well, so he's going on to the medium tyres. I was actually looking at the incident list just as you were mentioning those. There have been a few already. There's been quite a lot of warnings, but then that can be quite easy to do when you're jostling for position in a very tight pack. H Pro 1 has a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings to do with track limits. Also Desmond in the Sauber has the same 3-second penalty, as does Nick Mido in the Renault, and also there was ERA in the Williams. He has a 3-second penalty and a 10-second penalty for Eli for exceeding track limits as well, so quite a big chunk of time for him, and a stop-go penalty for Izzy as well for ignoring yellow flags. I've not actually seen any yellow flags actually.
I've not seen any on there, but from this, Kalon will lead this race, but I'm pretty sure he'll pit. But interestingly, a wide range of drivers going on different strategies. Some are on the mediums, some are on the hard tyres, including our previous race leader, as well. But we've got a battle going on behind now. I've just noticed that at the background. I think it's Slick.
Slick and Marco. Yeah, Marco.
So Marco's up to P2. We'll see if Kanon pits.
He does.
Indeed into the pits. But I want to see where Lambrex has gone. He was leading this race because of his teammate. I'm not sure if he's disconnected or not, but we're about to find out. He's down in 15th place, and I think he's retired, because his car's very slowly, or he's got a puncture. I think he's got
a front left puncture, yeah, so red
shame
disaster for the Red Bull then. He's got a long way to limp as well. I assume he's been limping for a while. There's our two Mana Ghosts coming up behind him. That's going to dishearten him a little bit.
So we'll see our two Mana cars flying away from position. Of course, that's always nice for cameras. On there, so Marco will lead this race then, obviously, because he is on the medium tyres. But I'm just going to find out where Kalon's come out in all of this. I think he's down in 10th place. He's just come out the pit lane. This is going to be very close, actually. He's on the medium tyres, and he's just popped out, I think, ahead of
Rigorous Tiger, yeah.
And they're both... Oh, he's run right, actually, and Tiger's going to take the move.
Oh, beautiful move by the McLaren.
Side by side, and he's held it round the outside. Fair play to Tiger. Brilliant move. And round the outside. But he's going to be under pressure, I think. He may have DRS, actually. I'm not 100% sure.
He does.
He does indeed. So he's going to hold on, I think, to that P10 spot.
That was beautifully driven by Tiger there. I mean, he could have really steamed into the side of the Renault. But judge the fact that Kanon will have cold tyres and beautiful outside manoeuvre and DRS to get away from him on the Wellington straight. Beautifully done.
Brilliant done. We're going to keep an eye on this battle, actually, because these two are very quick. Both of them. I know Kalon, racing him in previous seasons of AOR. Tiger, obviously for my subscribers, he is very quick driver, and I mentioned earlier he is very good on tyres, so got to keep an eye on him in this one. But at the minute I think he's got the advantage over Kanon at this point, but Kanon will have to get his tyres up to temperature. Obviously Tiger, I think, pitted a lap earlier, so he has got that fresh, well, he's got his tyres up to temperature basically, but Kanon's got the DRS, and I think Tiger's going to make a move here on
that's Eli,
and he's got the move done on those hard tyres. And I think he hasn't stopped that yet, Eli. I'm pretty sure he hasn't yet. And we've got sort of...
Kalon's in again!
That's surely got to be a drive-through penalty. It's got to be a penalty.
Must be. I'm going to check the incident list.
I'm pretty sure it's speeding. It's got to be speeding penalty.
You did say he was counting that very fine.
Which is a surprise. Stefan, by the way, sets the fastest lap of the race. That's just popped up on our timing screen, so it's great for him.
You were spot on there, Ryan. That is a drive-through penalty for Kalon, speeding in the pit lane.
Indeed. Got to say, the battle for the lead at the minute, the gap's only 2 seconds between Slick and Marco FD. Both those drivers have not pitted yet, along with AP. He is in P3, he's dropped off a little bit in the Mercedes. We've got Hate Pro as well, also not made a pit stop in P4. Then we've got Zaffron in P5, 13 seconds off the pace. And then Laxo on the hard tyres then is hunting down Zaffron very, very quickly. I think he's gained maybe about a second a lap so far, so not too bad. Laxo has to get those tyres up to temperature very, very quickly here, and we've already done 8 laps, so it's gone quite quickly already. It feels like 5 minutes has gone. So
yeah, you'll find that in the commentary box, so the race just vanishes. There's very, very few times you ever have to find something to talk about. Generally, the drivers do that for you.
Indeed, indeed. So I think Tiger's going to have a bit of a relaxation moment now, doing an Alonso deck chair moment right now. He hasn't got the pressure of Kalon behind him, so he's going to just get into the rhythm right now. He is on the faster tyre to the leader of Laxo, so we've got to keep an eye on him in this one. We'll keep an eye on the guys ahead though, because I think they'll be stopping any time now, I think, for a set of either the hards or the soft tyres. Some of these guys will try and extend the stints and try and get to maybe doing the one stop. As I mentioned earlier, it can be done if you preserve these tyres, these medium tyres, so we'll have to wait and see. But as Marco has got a comfortable lead at the minute, as he had that incident early on in the race, so I think he will have to try the one stop really, as I think the Red Bull driver of Laxo may do the 2 stop, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think Marco's got to just try something differently if he's got any chance of winning this race.
Oh, excuse me, sorry, I was taking a drink at that moment. Yeah, absolutely, but equally, I mean, the incident with Marco did happen early enough to him to have possibly preserved his original strategy, and he didn't fall more than 10 seconds behind the lead, which, of course, he did swallow quite a bit of that up before the pit stops occurred. So it could be that Marco could go for the 2 stop, which case he would be coming in, I would think, fairly soon. But then, if he goes for the hards, who knows? Is he going to come in this time? Nope, he is sticking to the track for now.
keep an eye on Slick then, as he's next up, and he is also staying out. H-Pro, he was actually being attacked here by Laxo as he overtook Zaffron off camera, so Zaffron's dropped down to P5 at the minute. H-Pro is not pitted. Obviously Laxo won't pit, he's just pitted obviously for the hard tyre, so obviously won't see that.
H-Pro 1 is in.
H-Pro is in the pits, we'll just follow him in, and he's going as Daniel Kvyat in this one. Obviously not my favourite driver, if I'm honest, from last season. What happened, so no offence to any Kvyat fans in the chat, I want to say. What tyres are you going to go on? It's the question. I think he's got another set of medium
it's mediums.
tyres, I think. So he's definitely going to be doing a 2-stop. I think the mandatory tyre is the medium tyre, if I'm correct. So for this race weekend, so he's definitely now done his allocated tyres. Stefan, who set the fastest lap of the race earlier, is in P6. He's doing a good job, as well as he's trying to catch up to Rigorous Tiger, who's in P5. The gap's around about, I'm going to guess, about 2.5 seconds between the two, but the times will probably drop off. As Tiger...
Side by side here, H-Pro 1 and... Oh, I'm not actually sure who that is, whether it's Nick Mido or... it is indeed Nick Mido. Nick Mido on the hard tyres. Oh, goodness me.
It's done, though. Defends brilliantly, but Nick's going to have the DRS, unfortunately, for unfortunately H-Pro fans. So he's backed off, actually, so he's going to hold station. He is on the slower tyre, of course, so if he can keep up with H-Pro, you could maybe jump him in the pit stops, because if I'm correct, Nick will be on the quicker tyre at the end of the race unless H-Pro comes out of nowhere with a brilliant tyre strategy right now. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out there. So we've got a question coming in regarding how people are determined in terms of league spots, and what happens is they have a time trial event going on throughout the next couple of weeks. Well, actually, it's been going for a week now, I believe, and I think it finishes next week. And then the
Marco on the hard tyre, by the way.
Marco's is he pitted then, I'm guessing?
Yep, he's just coming out of the pits now. He's Larks has just set the fastest lap as well. That's Slick that's also come in for hard tyres as well. So both of them done exactly the same strategy.
I have to wait and see where Tiger comes out here, actually. I think he's going to jump up to P3, I believe. He does indeed. So he's in the pole position. Zaffron's still out there on those medium tyres. I think he's trying to go.
Second.
He's up to second. I think he's going for the one-stop. I think he's definitely going for it. On there, but just quickly want to say as well, yeah, the time trial events end this week, and then the admins and moderators will sort out the league positions, obviously for the Xbox One, PS4 and PC, and then I believe we'll have a test race or pre-season for the league. The splits can have like a pre-season race if they want to, and then the official racing begins 2 weeks tonight in Australia. So hopefully you guys will get, if you are watching this and are in the AOR, want to be in the right league you want. Hopefully you get your spot, of course. So we'll only be focusing on Split 1 in PC on this channel, so obviously great. And you've got the official highlights alongside on the Xbox and PS4, which is uploaded onto Fizzy's channel. So if you're a fan of the Xbox and PS4, make sure to subscribe to Fizzy Fan as well. And if you want to join the league, the moderators in my chat will be more than happy to post it in there. So Zaffron then, we'll keep an eye on him actually. He's got a nice helicopter shot of his Ferrari coming into Stowe. And will he pit this lap? I'm pretty sure if he's going to be fighting for points, I think he will, and he is indeed coming into the pits from P2, and Tiger will move up to P3. And Marco there is just in the background there, so he's not far away. He's in the top 5, I believe, now. But what will Zaffron go on? I believe he will go onto the hards, but if he goes on something else, then I will be quite surprised. But I'm pretty sure Zaffron will have to try the one-stop here. We're about to find out. The Ferrari mechanics are out.
Hard tyres.
Hard tyres, so I think he's going for the one-stop. I'm pretty sure of it. It's a good stop though from Ferrari, so he's going to be on his merry ways. I'll have to wait and find out where he's going to come out. So we're keeping an eye on Stefan as he is now caught up to the back of Rigorous Tiger. This is for position for P2 in this one. So I think all the drivers now, apart from Eli, have made their first pit stop as Tiger under pressure from Stefan, who has been pretty quick, I've got to say, on these medium tyres as well. And Marco there in P4. So I've got to give Marco credit here. He's, even with the spin, he's not far off the lead actually, he's only 13 seconds behind, so he's still got time. We're not even half distance yet, and here comes actually Stefan making a move at turn one, the old turn 1. Side by side they go, and they've made contact though.
Oh, and he's hit the wall.
Over Stefan, and I think he's got away with it actually with damage, so that's quite a surprise actually.
That was very lucky. That could have been a lot worse than that. Safso came out in 13th position after his pit stop.
That's a real shame though for Stefan, because he's definitely one. He was one to watch out for in this one. It's a bit unfortunate that happens. But that is racing for you, and I think personally, that was a racing incident, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see the footage from both of them, really. Obviously, this is not a real league race, so no stewards' inquiries or whatnot. But if they want to post it in the social thread, that's up to them and sort it out for themselves. But Tiger, very lucky boy, I've got to say, very lucky boy. But he is under pressure now for Marco, and he's now right. I think it's about a second and a half behind him as they cross the line. So we'll keep an eye on this battle then as they go into the arena section. Then Marco locking his front right tyre, not going to help his front end grip, of course, and he's taking a very tighter line than Tiger did. Tiger around a little bit wide and gets a little bit of oversteer coming on to the Wellington straight. And will Marco have DRS? He does indeed. And I saw on the dash there, Marco's apparently pitting, but I don't think he's going to pit, so I don't know what he's saying, what Jeff's thinking there. So if I was Jeff in that thing, I would say shut up, Jeff. So.
And Slick's having a look at Stefan Wild for 5th position, locking up into Brooklyn's side by side, still coming through that field. Slick's going to have to resume that position behind the Mercedes, but he has not let go of that gearbox since Stefan came out of the pits. So and oh, look at that, trying to cut on back on the inside, coming down the straight down to Copse, and no, Slick bailed. Oh, Stefan's run wide though at Copse. Is this Slick's opportunity? Surely he's not going to go side by side through Maggott and Beckett. He's having to think about it, but no, he bails out of it.
Quite is, though, look behind.
Indeed, AP's right there.
He's benefited this massively from this battle between these two, and I think he could get him here. You know, I've got a potential feeling right now, but as Laxo sets a 33.5, fastest lap on the track, and here comes Slick down the inside, and is he going to get that move done? The answer to that question is no. They're still going to go side by side.
Stefan ran very wide there on the exit of Stowe, and Slick's dived on the inside of Vale. On the outside of Vale rather. He's going to have the inside heading towards the next turn and through to Club. And 5th position is Slick's. Oops, as AP Legends got a bit of a twitch there. He was looking to try and attack Stefan as well, but I don't think he lost the traction at the time he needed it. So 5th position to the McLaren.
I'll say a good job there. Oh, and a lock up there from Stefan.
That was nearly impact between the two.
We've got a question regarding social races. I believe, obviously, next week is Easter, so I won't be doing them, unfortunately, because I'll be with family. But we'll try and get something sorted for maybe Saturday or something like that, potentially. So we've got a move going on then. Slick and Stefan still going side by side as well. Slick on those hard compound tyres, and he brakes actually late into the old final corner, and he's going to get that move done. The answer to that question is yes, and he moves back up to P5. Stefan under pressure with his teammate then. AP, this is the battle at the minute, and oh, this is going to be scary. This is going into turn 1 in Cops. And,
goodness me.
AP there. I don't know what the McLaren was doing there. Maybe he broke a little bit too early, I think, for Cops. That slowed down Stefan there. I'm 100% sure. But this is the battle at the minute. It feels like 2016 this is the real season right now. Rosberg versus Hamilton.
Absolutely.
For the lead for P6. So it's a bit different, but Laxo again. Fastest lap in 2 consecutive laps. So
Laxo is on a mission.
Yeah, and he's the race leader, of course. So we'll go up to the front of the middle. We'll just see the battle going on at the minute. Marco has poured a bit of a gap now to Rigorous Tiger, and he's actually in the pits, is Tiger, as he will make what I believe will be his final stop. So what is he going to go on? Is he going to try the mediums here? That's going to be the big $1 million question right there. He can go on the hards and play it safe. We're about to find out, and it is a set of hard tyres he's going on. So the boys at McLaren, bit of a slow stop though. Not a good stop there from McLaren, which could hinder Tiger here. Don't want him in traffic, of course. But we're going to go back to this battle for P4 between Slick, Stefan and AP right now. This is the battle of the race so far at the minute. We will go to Laxo at some point. But this is the key battle going on right now for P4. And we're going to go up to Stefan actually. He's got DRS, he's got to go down the inside on Slick into the next corner. Oh! Big contact, a little bit of contact there.
Well held by Slick there.
Very close though to that AP there, nearly hitting the back of Slick. But fair play to all of them there, and they're going 3 wide actually. That is not something you don't want to do. That's Silverstone. But AP's benefited from this though. He's up from 6th to 4th from that calamity there with Stefan and Slick. So AP will be very happy with that, but he's going to be under pressure with DRS though, so got to keep an eye on that right now.
I wonder if there was a bit of a position being given back at that point, because of course with that impact with Slick, but I'm not entirely sure, because I thought Slick would have actually been at the front if that was the case, of this trio at least. But Slick has DRS and on Stefan Wild, he's not gaining enough.
Laxo's in the pits. Laxo, the race leader, is in for his second stop. That's a very quick stop there from Red Bull. Very quick stop. And he jumps onto another set of hard tyres. So Marco will lead this race, and he's actually got Ghost.
I was going to say, he's got a face full of manna there at that moment. Not what he wanted.
He was in a manna sandwich.
No, that's never a good thing.
What's Marco going to do? Is he going to try and maybe go onto a quicker tyre? I think he's going to try and do it. Maybe go onto the mediums, or even a potential set of the soft tyre, soft tyre maybe.
It really depends if those tyres can last him to the end. Larso's on exactly the same compound as he is, so and they are about 10 seconds or so apart. Assuming that the overlay is right at the moment. Stefan Wild is another 4 seconds down the road. So it really depends on how much life Marco feels there are with 10 laps remaining of this race.
We've got Mad Dog in the pits as well, as he's making his final stop, and he's onto the hards, the Force India driver, making his first appearance tonight in AOR. Lambrex, obviously we know he had a puncher earlier on. He's still going out there, which is great to see, and shows commitment. And he's on those medium tyres, so maybe he's going to try and do something a bit different. Eli, who is he still on the? Is he still on those hard? No, he's on the soft tyres actually. So he has made his pit stop, and Eli is in 15th place. As we'll just quickly go through the field from descending order, of course. Desmond in 13th, Lambrex up in 14th actually. So we've got Desmond, who's in about, I think, the P11. I think I'm not too sure if the two Williams are on the lead. That they are indeed. We've got a battle going on for P11 at the minute, with IZI leading the pack and driving as Valtteri Bottas, who obviously is now Mercedes in real life. We've got Era in P12, and Desmond's catching them up in that Sauber, so it's quite nice to see actually on there, as I think someone's left.
No, someone's joined, but they'll only join a spectator. Oh, and that's Era in the wall. That is a big impact with the wall. There's no way he would have gotten away with no damage. It's difficult to actually judge unless the front was completely missing. Oh, goodness me, he nearly took a Red Bull with him there.
Picking up Lambrex. That's a bit unfortunate.
That one mistake is all it takes for the order to be completely reshuffled. So Ire now very, very slow as he's lost quite a significant amount of his front wing. I would imagine he's going to pit it again as soon as possible. There he goes. Completely misses the pit entrance as well. And that's our...
Going very slowly though. Very slow pit entry there. Maybe just
and he stopped.
He's actually stopped. I don't know what he's doing here. I don't know if he's going to retire, or he's practicing his pit entry there, or his start. So
I was going to say, an unusual time to practice your starts, but oh well, it is a social event, I suppose.
Yeah, I have to say that right now. So we're back on board with Marco, the race leader, and as he's into the final sector. Now the question is he going to pit? I personally think he's going to stay out, but I know Marco very well. He can switch his strategies up a little bit, and he's staying out. So I think he's going to try and extend this stint for the soft tyre potentially and hunt down Laxo. He has to do it realistically, but he's only 13 seconds ahead. So this could really work out. Oh, and Laxo's ran very wide actually out there, and he's actually coming. Pits? I think that was going in right there.
It wasn't.
Laxo.
No, Laxo's still going.
We've got that going on though. Slick
and AP.
And AP, sorry to interrupt you there, Kodiak, once again.
I'm forever talking over yourself as well, so I apologise for that.
Lots of action though going on, but this is the battle now for the final podium position. But I don't know who pitted up.
There was Kalon in the Renault is in the pits, but he's only just entered the pit lane. I'm trying to figure out who that is ahead of him.
I'm not too sure who it is. I thought for a second it was Laxo, and I thought it would be a drive-through or something like that, but it isn't. But I've got to say, Slick isn't that far behind, actually, of Laxo. I don't know if, obviously Laxo's pitted, of course, so I don't think these two are going to be fighting with him very shortly, but you never know what might happen in these races. AOR can provide some unpredictability.
Slick still has a lot of work to do, though, as AP Legends is seemingly all over the gearbox of that McLaren. So Slick does not have an easy time ahead of him at the moment.
He does indeed, but they're setting pretty good pace actually. They're not really losing that much time for the lead of Marco, which is a very important thing, of course. So both of these are on the hard tyre. We're going to go back on board with Marco, so I just want to see if he's going to come in. And is he going to? No, he's staying out again. So very interesting for Marco, I've got to say, who is driving as Sebastian Vettel. We're just going to keep an eye on the times actually of the gaps between himself and Laxo at the minute, but I'm pretty surprised really that Laxo's gone onto a set of hard tyres, because I think the mediums you could go to around lap 10, so
according to race director, Laxo's actually been in twice. I can't say I spotted him coming in for a second time. He came in for a penalty. I think. Or he's actually had a few penalties as Larkso for some reason.
Very straight, maybe some track extending potentially, or some corner cutting maybe. So he's
So we
really
can
got to
find
get a
out
move
what
on then. If that's the case, if he's got penalties, he has to get a move on. Otherwise, Marco's going to pull off an unlikely victory, I've got to say. And he's actually lost time to Marco. He's lost 0.3 of a second on that last lap.
Looking at the penalty list, then Larkso does indeed have a 3-second penalty for track extending. So that is not going to help the Finn.
He'd run board with H Pro as Nick sets the fastest lap of 33 flat. So a bit of a praise for him, Nick, in the Renault.
In the Renault, yeah.
The banana car, as I like to say. So on there, but H Pro doing a good job in P5, and we've got rigorous time in P6 in the McLaren on those hard tyres. So I believe he's made his final stop of the race. Zaffron doing a good job in P7 in his first appearance in AOR. Lambrecht sets the fastest lap into the 132s, and we've got a battle going on actually. It's not for position, I think it's for lap. You get unlapped here. It's a Williams that's made the move on Marco FD, so it's nothing that you see every day. But Marco's still out again, so he could maybe just do one stop, I don't know, but his times will be gone. But Laxo's closed the gap to 12.5 seconds as Era now sets the fastest lap actually at 32.5. I think he got aided with DRS as well from Marco there to help him get that fastest lap.
Seeing a battle here in 9th position between Stefan Wild and Nick Mido. Nick Mido actually came up slightly worse for it around Brooklands, but Kalon is closing in on the back of this duet going on as they head down the Hangar Straight. So these three may close up for a battle in the closing stages of this race.
On board with Stefan, as he's got the two banana cars actually right behind each other right now, Kalon and also Nick. So a good battle here between the two Renault cars and Stefan, of course. So Kalon, we know, has been quick. He's been a bit unfortunate though with the drive-through penalty he picked up earlier on, I think from his first pit stop. But we're going to go back up to the front and just see Marco at the minute. He's doing a good job. Era's pulling away. It gives me a sign actually that I think Marco's tyres are now at that edge of getting a puncture, so we've got to keep an eye on Marco here. If he gets a puncture, that would be a bit of a shame, because I think he's trying to work this out perfectly from the spin he had. I can't remember who it was who I think it was Tiger, wasn't it? Or
I can't remember who it was he tangled with now.
It was been a long time actually.
It was a while ago, yeah. Larkso was very wide.
Short-shifted there, I've got to say. He's short-shifted out of Stowe. Don't know what's going on with Marco. Maybe he's running out of fuel, maybe short on fuel, I'm not 100% sure. He's short shifting. I think he's trying to save some rear tyre wear.
Well, Larkso was very wide at Cops on this lap through. He's just coming through Vale and Club now. He's got about 10 seconds at least to gain, plus 3 on top for the penalty if he's looking at the win. Let's see whether... So he's actually lost half a second there.
So yellow flag in the first sector. I'm not too sure if it was Marco, but it's been cleared straight away. But I've got to say, Slick, he could have a chance here potentially of catching up to Laxo. If he's losing time, Laxo, he's only 3 and a bit seconds behind his Slick, so could maybe see a battle maybe between those two at the end. But we've only got 6 laps to go of this race. But we're going to keep an eye on the battle actually with the Stefan and the two banana cars of the Renault. So of Kalon, and I think Kalon actually got past Nick off camera there. So I think Nick's been in the pits, I believe. So Kalon moves up to P9 in the points, and we'll keep an eye on this battle for the time being. He will have DRS for Kalon on Stefan in the Mercedes, so we could see some. And there's actually another Mercedes there. I've just noticed there of AP, I think, as well. So this could be a repeat of what we saw earlier. But this could be very. I've got a nice, beautiful overshot here down the Wellington Straight, and here comes Stefan, and is he going to make an easy move here? He's going very late into the corner, and they've made contact. The side-by-side wheel banging going on between the two Mercedes drivers, like it is in real life at Austria, for an example, right there. But there's been no broken front wings or whatnot. They cleanly get through. But that was a very scary moment there for Toto Wolff there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No punctures at our Spa either. So
Mark could have stayed out.
Surely he's going to the end now.
That would be impressive if he pulls it off. We'll just keep an eye on Laxo here. The gap is 12 seconds and he's losing time.
He's losing time, he is. So it could be that Laxo's decided to back off. And I mean, bear in mind, there's only 5 laps to go with what would now be 15 seconds to gain in that time. That would be a hell of a push. He may decide to settle for the podium position he's in.
I would be very impressed if Marco gets to the end of this race. I will be impressed. I think he's got to go for it.
Unless Larkso's banking on the fact that Marco's simply going to fall off the track and embed himself somewhere. So we will see. We will see.
But one good thing though for Marco, he may know Laxo has penalties, because sometimes Jeff does inform you the car behind or car ahead has a drive-through or penalties or whatnot. So he may be thinking, he may have had that message call from Jeff. So he may just be trying to conserve tyres now and just go to the end on that one stop. But as we've got a phone call in the background, of course.
Unfortunately, yeah, sorry about that. That's actually my house phone. I'm just ignoring it.
A bit of banter there. So I'm following the battle for P7 at the minute. It's still between the two Mercedes and Kalon, and I think they're catching up to someone up ahead. I think it's Desmond who is on the hard tyres. I think he's doing the same strategy as Marco at the minute on that one-stop strategy there. And there is that Zaffron. Zaffron, I've got to say, he's doing a good job in P5, considering he had a bit of calamities at the start of the race. So props to Zaffron, or Zafso in the Steam thing, but I like to call him Zaffron on there. But
I'm sure he's been called worse.
He's probably been called worse. Marco, I think, is definitely now doing that one-stop strategy there. So if you're interested, by the way, guys, if you're on PC and you're in the AOR, take part in the next social race, we'll let you guys know as soon as possible. We'll probably put up a thread as early as tomorrow, and we'll see if me and Kodak can get some time available to us, and we'll get something up for you guys, and we'll stream it again. So with more feedback appreciated, of course, as we prepare ourselves for another season of AOR, season 13, of course. So
13 seasons, incredible.
It's been a long one, being part of 9 seasons. It's been quite a long, stressful period for me, racing in Xbox and PC. So obviously, that's why I've decided to do these broadcasts. So give my experience of AOR to these broadcasts alongside with yourself, who is a brilliant commentator, and yourself, Kodiak. I've watched your stream, so I know you're good on there. But Laxo in P12, I think he's got to hope really Marco gets a puncher now. He has to think. We have seen people get punchers though. Lambrex with that puncher earlier on in the race, so anything can happen.
Desmond has got rear view mirrors full of Mercedes now as AP Legends on those soft tyres, closing in on him for that 6th position. I'm not sure Desmond's going to have much of an answer against a soft shod Mercedes though.
You never know. The soft tyres can burn off quickly, so we have to keep an eye on those soft tyres. He actually runs a little bit wide, and Desmond, I think, made a mistake as well. A little bit of oversteer. There is a position going on behind though. I believe it's Kalon.
Kalon and Stefan, yeah, for 8th position. So
he's up to P8.
He is. So the Mercedes of Stefan falling back a bit now, as he'd taken the best out of those medium tyres. But now Desmond's about to be overtaken, I'm afraid. And the Mercedes of Stefan flying past the Renault of Kalon as well. So both Mercedes jumping up a position. There was a DRS-aided move there on the hangar straight.
Very sorry to interrupt you there. Oh, and Zaffron there. I don't know what happened to him there. He just ran a little bit wide at the old the final corner. Sorry, and AP. Oh, there's been contact there. Oh, there's a bit of a moment there. So apologies for my sound. That normally happens in my game, but Zaffron now, unfortunately, I know he has a bit of lag issues. I know that from experience. But that could have been a bit of lag contact there with AP and Zaffron. But
that's a shame. He's been running so well all race long.
AP's gone off. The two Mercedes have gone wide. Actually, all chaos is going on right now. But oh wow, I don't know what's going on right now. The Mercedes have gone wide in this race. They've collided with each other. They've been in contact with other drivers. Toto Wolff's got to have a word with them at the end of this race, I've got to say. Yeah, they're replicating the real life Mercedes pretty damn well at the moment. I've got to say, realistic here, guys, on AOR. Yeah. I've got to say. Props for that. It doesn't earn you any points, but respect nonetheless. Yeah. Say, but I'm keeping an eye on Desmond here. Because of that calamity there with the two Mercedes, I think Desmond may have a bit of breathing space, but AP's coming back at him now. He's going to be hunting down. This is for P5 as well. So I've got to say, Desmond's done a good job, I've got to say, right there. But one thing we will be bringing in, guys, to the AOR live streams for Season 13 is Driver of the Day. And we're going to ask you guys to vote for your Driver of the Day during the runs, and we'll announce the winner at the end of the broadcast. So that will be a new feature. We're going to try out for this one as well, and we'll probably try and do some driver interviews potentially. I don't think for this race, but I can try my very best if people are in the Discord, of course. So we'll try and get that one sorted out there. But if we don't get anyone in tonight, then we're going to try and get the interview thing sorted out there. But let us know about feedback as well, guys. We do need that feedback.
AP Legends sizing up and a move for 5th position from the Sauber then. Oh, as he had to jump out of the way, it looked like, on the exit of Abbey. As they were coming through farm curve, it looked like AP had to do a bit of a dodging manoeuvre that's lost him some momentum as they come through the entry turn onto the Wellington straight there, and that Mercedes has lost quite a lot of momentum then on the Sauber, so more breathing space then for Desmond at the time he needed it the most.
I've got to say, he is doing he's impressed me this race. I've got to say, Desmond, he was right down the pecking order. He had a poor qualifying, but he's done exceptionally well to do this strategy he's on right now, but he is under pressure now. We will have to go to the leaders in a minute as they're going to be starting the final lap of the race, but we're going to keep an eye on this battle for P5 at the minute as AP's going for the move. I believe he's gone down the inside and he gets it done easily.
Fernando Alonso would have been impressed with that one. That was a fantastic move into Copse. 5th position well and truly in the hands of the Mercedes then. Desmond defended as best he could, but there really was no defending from that. It was
almost run wide actually, so this could be Desmond's opportunity. He's going to get DRS as well on AP there, so it could be a repeat process. He's going to go around the outside. This will be a brilliant move if he pulls this off at Stoke Corner.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Wow. Round the outside of the Mercedes, just managed to throw it in to into Copse into Vale rather. It's Stowe. My God, get the right get the right corner.
I mentioned as well, Marco is on the final lap actually of the race. He's just lapped Lambrex as well, so we're going to follow Marco FD as he's coming in to the last lap then of this race. He's going to have a barrel on his hands. I think Lambrex is going to try and go fastest lap here, I believe. So if he gets that, I'll be very happy for him. So
AP Legends has actually retaken that 5th position. He did it on the outside of Club before they started the final lap. Then Kalon's right in this mixture as well. So 5th, 6th and 7th in very, very close succession. And that is...
We've got an overtake. It's not for position. Lambrex has just gone round the outside of Marco FD on the hanger straight. But here comes Marco FD, who I thought at one point wasn't going to win this one, but he's pulled off a brilliant one-stop strategy here tonight. And he's going to win this little pre-season race here in Silverstone as Marco FD will win the British Grand Prix here tonight. A brilliant drive from Marco FD. He's definitely got to be a contender for driver of the day there tonight. And Laxo, as hopefully the game will give me powers to get up to him. And here he comes then into the final 2 corners. He will come home in P2 tonight. Start on pole position. Unfortunately for him, it didn't really work out for him tonight. But fair play to Laxo there. And here comes Slick in P3, and is that Tiger for P4?
It is
indeed. So the 2 McLarens actually, a fantastic job for the pair of them there, and one of them will be on the podium, so good for Woking tonight, so not so bad for them, as Tiger's up to P3 actually. So I think Slick had a penalty, I believe, so we've got a battle though. We've got to follow this battle right now, as I've just changed camera there, so that's bad timing from me. So block from there from my fault there, lads. I apologise there. I don't know if Kalon got the position or not, but I think it was with Desmond, so we'll have to wait until the final results come through.
Yeah, Desmond's actually has crossed the line in 8th position, so Kalon did manage to... Desmond lost quite a few positions in that in the last lap, sadly. Nick Mido comes across the line in 9th position in the Renault. Here comes Izadai in the Williams for 10th, the last of the point-playing positions.
He's very happy with that 10th place.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Hate Pro coming across the line for 11th in the red, the Toro Rosso rather. I hate how long. Yep, Mad Dog.
He's got 11, so well done to Mad Dog. Fair play to him. And there's Zaffron. He's very happy with his P12, even though he got wiped out.
A shame.
The cameraman apparently is. So the guys in the chat are. But here is the official results. Then everyone, look at the penalties here. Marco, the only driver.
My goodness me.
The penalty, but Marco FD will win this then by 34.5 seconds with penalties, of course. Tiger will come in P3 ahead of Laxo, who drops from 2nd to 4th. So
with 5-time penalties on him.
That's mad. But Slick and we've got the 2 McLarens on the podium, which is good. Then we've got the 2 Mercedes drivers of AP and Stefan. Kalon in 7th, Desmond 8th, Nick in P9, Izadai in 10th, and the rest of the field will be on your screen. But Kodiak, who would you say is driver of the day tonight?
I'm going to hand that to Marco, I think. It didn't seem particularly likely that him, only one of 2 drivers to do on one-stop strategy, the other being Slick, both of which finished in a 1-2 position. So I'm going to hand it to Marco. He handled that brilliantly. Well, those tyres must have been down to canvas by the time he crossed the line. So my driver of the day would go to Marco in the Ferrari.
Fair play to him. So we're going to try and get a few drivers in for a chat after that one, so hopefully I'll get someone involved quickly. So we're just going to switch the screens. We're going to try this out. This could fail or it might work. So let us know in the chat, guys, who you think should deserve driver of the day tonight. But for me, I'm going to go really with I will go Marco, but I want to be nice and biased and give it to someone else. I'm going to go Slick, also on the one stop.
Yeah,
and
fair play.
In second place. Also, Tiger can be mentioned as well. Obviously, with the contact he had at the start, that can happen, of course. And I'm afraid no one's in the Discord, in my Discord. So, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get any interviews, unfortunately. But I'll try my best if anyone wants one. So, if you just give me a second there. But it's been a great race, I've got to say. I have to say tonight. It's been very good to do this. But if you've got any feedback, guys, please let us know in the comments of this video, because me and Kodiak would like to improve this, make it a lot better, and hopefully and pray we'll get some people in. But unfortunately, I don't think there's anyone in that wants to come and say hello to us. So I think there could be some angry people from the incidents we've had tonight. So
we'll do what we can for the next race. So
if you join us in the Discord, the interviews, we've got someone in there.
Me, myself, and I, absolutely. Where are we going?
Actually, you know what? We'll go in commentary. I'll move you into commentary.
Righto.
One. But we'll bring in the first man. Is going to be. We're going to bring in Lambrex. Actually, unfortunately, he had his punchers, but it will be nice to hear. And then we'll have Tiger as well. So we'll just wait. We're getting a few people in right now. Everyone's coming in the Discord right now, which is always nice. Yeah, it's alright, that we will get really sorted out for you guys in the future. So I'm going to start this off actually.
No, I can't join the commentary channel, incidentally.
Oh, everyone's in, so I just need to move. I need to move people out. Wait, hold on. They're all coming in. It's really frustrating right now. I don't really want to be on my own actually. So here we go. Lambrex, are you there? Hello, Lambrex. Kodiak will join us in a minute. He's just trying to get on Discord, but. Unfortunate for you in this race with the puncher. Apart from that, though, how was that race for you?
We're in the same team, and we got to the lap where we both wanted to pit, and he's in front, and there's not much I can do. I didn't think I was going to get a puncture, but at the end of the day, I did. But after that, the car felt amazing, and I got the fastest lap in the end, about a second quicker than anyone else, which was nice, but not the result I wanted today.
And have you any questions?
To be honest, no. I mean, it looked like you were sort of had to settle into your own kind of routine there, and so what do you think realistically you were kind of aiming for, judging on your own kind of qualifying and how your race was going pre-puncture?
Well, I think I would have been in and around the fight for the win, really. I've had very, very similar pace to Marco and Laxo in qualifying, and I was sticking with Laxo and pulling away from Tiger and Kellon at the start of the race, so I think I should have been there, but, you know, it's a poor result in the end, but you know, it's good fun to have a car that was feeling so good today.
That is fantastic to hear. Also, obviously, we've got the race starting off in 2 weeks' time. Obviously, I know you are been preparing yourself with the time trial events. Any idea where you think you could be in season 13?
I would love to be in Split 1. I think I could be around the pace. I think today shows that, you know, I'm on the similar pace with people like Marco FD and Laxo. So, you know, with any luck, I could be in Split 1. But you know, AOR is amazing wherever you are. There's amazing racing, and that's really what we want here. But Split 1 would be great.
And one final question before we go. Any shout-outs you want to give to anyone or your own personal stuff?
Well, what do you mean? Like, as in the race?
Any particular like your own YouTube channel or your own stuff that you have, or anyone you want to check out?
Well, you can check out my my music channel, SoundCloud, Lambrex Official. My music has been used in a couple of Ryan's videos recently, so if you like what you hear, then check it out. I say
it will be in the interviews as well. Just want to clear that one up as well.
Oh, brilliant!
With permission.
You're more than welcome to.
on there. So thank you very much, Lambrex, and we'll see you hopefully in Split 1 this season when I'm commentating with you. We know you're a very quick driver, and all the best for season 13.
Right, cheers guys.
See you again.
One driver I want to bring in is one of McLaren's actually, Rigorous Tiger, and he's just joined us here. So welcome, Tiger, to the booth.
Thank you very much.
Just want to quickly start off by saying fantastic job in I believe this is your first AOR race, or social race. So
Yes.
did a fantastic job there to get on the podium. How was that race for you tonight?
It was a pretty good race. I got the strategy right, I think. Got a little bit better strategy with the one stop there. I could have gotten him with one lap to go. Was around 3 seconds a lap faster than him, but he did a really great job. And yeah, I'm just happy to be on the podium.
Koda, any questions?
Not particularly. It would seem to. Not meaning to sound disingenuous, but again, it seemed from my perspective that your race really came good in the sort of final closing stages. How did that section feel for you?
Yeah, in the final stages, I was thinking that Slick would have maybe pitted for another set of tires, but then I realized that he was going to do the one stop, and I just pushed and really just tried to do the best I've ever done, and yeah, I'm just happy right now.
Awesome stuff. It became it looked like it was going to be a very close battle between the two McLarens at the end. Another lap, and do you think that next podium spot may have been yours?
Yeah, in the end, I think it was around 4 tenths between us, and I was around 3 seconds a lap faster. So I think that could have been a really good battle at the end.
And one final question for myself. Obviously, you have signed up for season 13. How's preparation going for that at the minute, and where do you see yourself in season 13?
Well, right now everything is just really sweaty. I just keep on doing time trials, keep on improving, and for example, also today, I just kept on doing Silverstone again and again for hours, just preparing just for this race, and also improving on my times for lap. And I think, I hope that I might be around split 2 then for season 13, and I'm very excited already.
See, we've got an AOR driver right there, lads, sweating it already, and we've not even started the season yet. So, have you got any shout-outs you want to give away, Tiger, before we send you away?
I just want to say I'm lucky for Lambrex there. I'm lucky getting the teammate pitted and he stayed out, and also I think Saf had a little bit of contact there. I'm lucky for him, and yeah, I'm just happy right now.
Good stuff. Well, thank you anyway, Tiger, and we wish you all the best for any social races you've got this week, the time trial event, and obviously season 13 as well.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you trackside.
We've got a lot of people getting here. We've got to go through these very quickly. I want to bring in a driver who's been very patient, actually, and one of my driver of the days, and we're going to bring in right now. My driver of the day, Slick, is joined us here. Slick, welcome to the booth, and first and foremost, congratulations on your podium there. I've got to say, one stop is pretty impossible at Silverstone, so props to you. How was your race for you?
Well, first of all, pleasure to be here, and to be honest, the plan was always to go for the one stop, but towards the end of both of the stints, I had to slow down a lot to preserve the tires. I ended both the stints on 70%, so it was pretty close. I only got second because of Lax's penalties, but all in all, enjoyable race, especially the first half. I had lots of battles, so yeah.
Were you aware of the rate of knots that Tiger was closing in on you? Was that adding a bit more pressure to your strategy?
Well, I saw how fast he was closing. I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't catch me by the end, but he went faster than I expected. But I just managed to cross the line ahead of him doing the same pace as I was. But yeah, he was a threat at the end, definitely.
One thing I want to ask you, Slick, is obviously I believe you are signing up for season 13, if I'm correct.
Yes, that's true.
So how's practice been so far for the time trial events? Do you feel you have got the pace? I feel personally you should be split 1 from your pace, and you're very good on your tyres, I have to say, with your one stop tonight. So where do you see yourself in season 13?
It all depends really how many people sign up and how many people they can fit into individual splits, because I can really do a really good lap in time trial, but my race pace is usually about split 2 level. But I guess we'll see. I mean, over 1 lap I could probably be like lower half of split 1, that's my opinion, but like I said, I'm unsure where I really belong, honestly.
And one final question, do you want to give a shout out to anyone that you been supporting you or anything like that?
That's kind of a difficult question to really answer, but I guess I want to thank Lambrex for being a great teammate in season 12, and also for, if we end up in the same split, that we'll be teammates again in season 13.
Yeah, definite contenders, I've got to say. Lambrex is quick, and obviously with what we've seen today, you're also quick, so we hope that you both are in the same splits, you can be teammates, and go for that Constructors' Championship, whatever split you're in. Thank you very much, Stick, for joining us, and have a great evening, and good luck for season 13.
Yep. Was great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right, we'll go for 2 more drivers, then we're going to have to go. We're going to leave Marco till last, because he is the race winner. We're going to go with a driver that looked pretty strong at the start, and he's just joined us in the booth. It is Laxo. And Laxo, welcome to the booth.
Hello.
And my first question to you is, obviously you had an impressive qualifying lap, and the first question is, what happened in the race?
At the middle of the race?
Yeah, in the middle of the race, what happened?
I actually turned off the line after the second pit stop to try without it, and got a couple cut penalties.
Brave man.
Silverstone can be a bit unlucky at times with penalties, so it can happen at times, but the paces for you was actually quite good until the later stages when you made your final stop onto the hard tyres compared to Marco, who didn't on there. So was it just the lack of grip or on the track? What happened?
Lack of grip and lack of line.
Of course. But you look pretty good though out there. I mean, you did set some very consistent times. Is that a strong point for you in the race? Your consistency, or go for like a few laps, like hot laps, and then just preserve the tyres a little bit? What's your strategy that you go into these races, especially Silverstone?
I usually have pretty aggressive setup, and I just try to go max out.
Just like me. Just like I was, and look what happened to me, Kodiak.
But sometimes the strategy will be pretty hard because of that.
Okay, have you got any questions?
It looked like you gained quite an impressive number of penalties. So I'm trying to think if there's anything we haven't already asked, but the pace you were displaying looked absolutely stunning. I mean, you were obviously really keeping pace with those in front. It looked like it was falling away at the end. Did you just have nothing left in your tyres towards the end? It looked like Marco was able to sort of keep the gap towards you, in front of you rather. How were your tyres completely gone in that final stint?
Yeah, pretty much, and lack of consistency without the lines. That was the main fault.
I admire your bravery for trying mid-race to get rid of the line.
I give you respect. I give you respect for that. I couldn't land. If I was in your boat, I would be absolutely crapping myself like on there. But one final question: have you got any shout outs you want to give out to like if you got your own YouTube channel or anything like that?
No, I don't have any.
We can give you a shout anyway, Laxo. You did a good job tonight. You got the pole, which is something you can take away, of course, being the fastest one lapper this evening. But thank you very much, Laxo, for joining us for this race, and we wish you all the best in season 13.
Look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks for the stream.
No problem. We're going to learn as we go along. It's our first time, so we're going to get there. But thank you anyway, Laxo, and have a great night.
Bye.
Good night.
And finally, we have to bring in the man himself. You know who I'm on about, Cody.
Oh, yes.
It is the race winner. Marco FD has joined us in the chat. Marco, great to see you as always, my friend. And first and foremost, congratulations on what I thought was going to be the impossible one-stop strategy there. But even with that contact you had earlier on in the race, you somehow pulled it off. How was your race for you?
Well, first of all, thanks, Ryan. And pretty fun race, I have to say. The little spin wasn't too smart. No damage. One stop, I'm pretty sure that was my plan in the season 12 as well, but something happened in that race, I think. But I'm not sure what happened to Laxo in the end. I mean, I would have expected him a lot closer, but pit stops take a long time here, I guess. So, and there wasn't a lot of traffic. Well, some overtaking. I don't know if you guys saw it, but
we caught a few overtaking manoeuvres.
We did. It was very good. I've got to say, your overtakes have been very good. Probably better than what you did on me at Abu Dhabi in the last race of the season, of course. My question though regarding tyres is we would love to know, and the viewers would like to know, how bad were your tyres at the end of that race?
Well, the primes don't really drop off in grip till the end, so like they stay fast till the end. But considering like the percentage of wear, the front left is in the 70% at the end, so you're gonna have to manage it a little bit. So I took it easy on those corners in the final few laps. Like lift a little bit through the magazine packets where the left front would get the most wear, and in the end the short shifting also helps, of course, but pretty much that. Medium tire were also like 76% on the front left when I pitted on lap 10, so that was also pretty close.
Very good to hear, of course. And one question from the subscribers from the chat. Someone mentions that you sound like Raikkonen, so I think you could take that away, I guess.
I've heard that before, but not everybody agrees, though.
Well, you are from Max Verstappen land, so...
I am, yes.
Well, you do say more than 3 words in an interview, so...
you don't say boah, so...
Yeah.
On there. Everyone wants to know, by the way, Marco, phone interrupting you, is will you be returning for season 13? A lot of people have asked me this in the chat tonight, so I think we want to know.
I'm sorry to disappoint, but no.
Sad times. But we will say Marco did very kindly host the race for us, because I would, but streaming at the same time.
The lag?
The lag will be horrendous, so... that's a real shame to hear. Obviously, we know Mark. We know you very well. Me and Kodiak, obviously racing against you. Kodiak commentating. You are undoubtedly. Oh, I can't. My English is
undoubtedly.
wrong there. Undoubtedly one of the fastest drivers. And I was thinking if you were back, you would be a definite contender for the championship in season 13. But
maybe 2017 again, when like every one of the fast guys wants to drive again. You know. Yeah. There's like, even if you would win against like I don't want to down talk the people that do join, but like guys like Tigger, and if he doesn't race, it's not like the ultimate challenge in the end. So you want to race up against every best driver that there's available, pretty much. And I feel season 12 was the best for that, especially in the beginning. But I'm sure that new heroes will rise throughout like season 13, and that will be pretty interesting to see from spectator point of view for once, I think.
And one final question from myself. Have you got anything you want to give a shout out to, or anything that you do?
Shout out? No, not really. Maybe a shout out to you, Ryan, and King-Kodiak for commentary, because you guys probably did an excellent job. I didn't listen to it, but
I'd be stunned if you were listening to the commentary whilst driving, bearing in mind that we'd be about 20 seconds behind you. I mean, that would add another kudos to your performance.
Shout out to you, gentlemen, for a nice stream.
Very kind of you.
I will say, Marco FD has a YouTube channel. I think you guys know, just put in Marco FD in the search box and you'll probably find some AOR footage, so make sure to check Marco out. He's a great guy, and he does some setups that I actually use, so I just want to put it out there.
That's nice.
If this is the case, then Marco, it's a real pleasure to have raced with you in the leagues, and we hope to see you back for 2017. I personally want to see you back. and go for another championship. And I'm pretty sure Kodiak will feel the same way.
Oh, yes.
No, well, you will never know, and well, we can always do some socials every now and then, so that's good as well. So.
I think we'll get a hashtag going, bring Marco back. I think that will persuade you. But in all seriousness, it's been a pleasure, Marco, and we hope to see
Thanks.
you in some races in the future. And if someone drops out, you can pop in for a race or something like that.
Right? Yeah, sure.
At some point, but
Every,
thank you very much.
maybe a one-off race every now and then. You never know.
But thank you very much, Marco, for joining us. And
you, Ryan.
What's that?
I said, and you as well, Ryan.
Well, it depends if I'm going to be doing this, so we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, you're not racing, so.
I'll be broadcasting it, mate. So.
Yeah, well, I won't be racing you, will I?
On there, but thank you very much, Marco, and hope you have a great night, mate.
Yeah, you too, and you as well, King-Kodiak.
Thank you kindly, sir. We will see you again soon.
Bye-bye, gentlemen.
Good night.
So, that is it. That was quite long, actually. I think the interviews went well for us tonight, so I think we'll be bringing them back maybe for the next social race. So it was a really good race tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was thoroughly enjoyable. The interviews could have actually gone on longer than the race did if we'd gone through everybody, but of course we had to cut that one down.
And there was a hashtag going already in the chat, which is great to see Marco coming back on there. Streaming-wise, it went well for us, apart from obviously me forgetting to unmute my microphone at the start, which was a bit of a flop from me.
Even the greats make mistakes.
Yeah, and obviously you've still got to work with the cameras. Not really used the replay cameras before, so
yeah,
we'll get there, lads.
They do take some getting used to. It's difficult from those that are watching the stream to kind of get the fact that you're cycling through your whole bundle of names trying to find one particular one you're after, only to then press F2 instead of F1, which will then change your camera on the person you're looking at, and then have to cycle through the names again. So there's lots of little quirks that I'm sure you'll grab hold of without too much trouble.
We will indeed, and we may be potentially back later this week with another social race, another test for us. We may try and get one up as soon as possible, but if not, we'll try and get one the week before the Sunday of the first race in Australia.
Yes.
So we'll keep you guys informed. So make sure to follow us on Twitter and also the Apex Online Racing on the website, so you know when the forms, any posts go up. We go on social races, but if not. Make sure as well, guys, to leave feedback in the comments and in my Discord, as well as in the forum as well for the AOR. But for myself, it's been a pleasure to do this, and hopefully we can have some more success with this throughout Season 13. And Kodiak, you have the final words of the night, so
thank you kindly, sir. For those wanting to see my perspective of the race we have just seen, it will be on my YouTube channel. That is Ranger Carrot. That's the alternate name that I use. I have also done not tonight, but I have done Twitch streaming before now, so have a look at me on Ranger Carrot 1980 over on Twitch as well. So for this race, that concludes it. Thank you kindly, Ryan, for allowing me to sit alongside you. It's been an honour and a pleasure, sir. And we will see you, happy spectators, here for more AOR action. Thank you very much, and good night.